Barack Obama, was elected President of the United States of America in 2008. It was a most joyous occasion, a moment of celebration for African Americans here in America, abroad, and around the world. However, it was only after a hard fought campaign after Barack Obama became President of the United States that all the hate, the bigotry, and the racism came out into the forefront. The late Senator John McCain, bless his memory, he conceded gracefully, and he even, in his own way, endorsed then Senator Barack Obama, President-elect Barack Obama. On the day of the inaugural celebration, many of the white senators chose not to come. Instead, they met downtown in Washington, D.C., in a very ritzy hotel. They made a pact, they made a vow on that day, and they vowed to become obstructionists. They vowed to destroy the presidency of Barack Obama. Senator Mitch McConnell even came before the cameras and said that he was going to do everything that he possibly could to make sure he failed and became a one-term president. He was not alone with this assertion. And what did they do? They became obstructionists and they became great hinderers during the 8 years of his presidency. And he even won a second term, showing them how it could be done. He did it with class. He did it with dignity. He did it with grace. And you know what's appalling? The same man now who is crying fake news and always complaining and whining about the grave injustices, he was the main one who was saying every derogatory thing that he could possibly find about Barack Obama. And you know what the sad thing about it is? These MAGA Republicans, these MAGA bigots, these MAGA racists think that black people have short memories. We're never going to forget how you disrespected America's first black president. We're never going to forget how you lambasted him. We're never going to forget how you allow rampant racism to run wild. The same way that the WWE had Hulkamania running wild. Racer-mania was running wild in Washington, D.C. If Barack Obama had done the same exact thing that occurred on January 6th, what do you think would have happened? Let me tell you what would have happened. If President Barack Obama had incited a riot and had a mob of black thuggish people descend on the Capitol, they all would have been slaughtered on that day. President Obama would have been arrested. He would have been charged. He would have been arraigned, and he would have been convicted and hung on those same gallows that were built. And the appalling thing is, the Republicans do not care about integrity. They don't care about moral principles. They don't care about the poor. They don't care about the plight of suffrage that many people are facing across racial boundaries. This divisiveness that is going on in this country is going to continue to happen. Why? Because so-called good people sit back at the appalling things that are happening and say nothing. And you evangelicals, you racist, bigoted evangelicals, you MAGA people, you supported and aided and abetted everything that happened in this nation. Even you had the nerve to come out when George Floyd was murdered by now convicted police officer Derek Chauvin. to call yourselves lecturing black people. That's what's wrong with the so-called world of Christianity today, because you people think you own it. We are not slaves. We are not bought and paid for. We will not bow down to the doctrinal teachings of white Christianity. It's not going to happen. You don't own us. Our ancestors were owned. Our ancestors were slaughtered, raped, butchered, molested, broken down, and destroyed. And we who are the descendants of them, we have a duty to be keepers of the flame. When Barack Obama left the White House, he left it in good hands in terms of order and direction and purpose. And lastly, this dude didn't even really want to be there on the day that Obama was inaugurated president of the United States. 2024 is going to be an exciting time. And what you Republicans don't realize, or MAGA Republicans, whatever you want to call yourselves, don't realize, you have only stirred up the consciousness of black people around the world. And we're coming out and we're going to vote en masse. I myself, I'm an independent registered voter. Let's see if it comes down to my vote. Never surrender. Never